It's actually the values you uphold.
It's just doing what is right, using your common sense.
Ethics for me means honesty, integrity, and professionalism.
When you lose your ethics, you lose later on in business, because people think, let me get a shortcut today, and it will catch up to you.
You should always be true to yourself and true to other people.
You just have to be ethical, play on a level playing field with every other person. Do not take shortcuts.
Now that we have Mercy and Kennedy as group leaders, I would really want to know how the teams perform dynamic-wise.
Being in BLB means growth for me. It means exposure, and it means I'll get to achieve my dreams.
This is an investment, I just have to do it.
Welcome to Blaze Be Your Own Boss, the Grit Edition. This is the show that brings together 12 of Kenya's brightest young entrepreneurs. Each week, we will test them and we will watch as they develop their own business working together with some of Kenya's biggest brands. They will hope to win a package of 5 million Kenya shillings for their businesses and ultimately become the last boss standing. Assessing their progress will be our 3 judges: music mogul King Kaka, media queen Caroline Mutoko, and retail and advertising star Trusha Ketia. The Bata Shoe Company is one of Kenya's most famous heritage companies. Everyone in Kenya has worn Bata at some time in their lives. Let's find out more.
Good morning and welcome to the Bata Shoe Company here in Limuru. My name is Kezia Kabutu and I'm the advertising manager at the Bata Shoe Company. Bata is the home of iconic brands with a production base of over 30 million pairs annually. Our vision is to make great shoes accessible to all. Part of this vision is to develop our individual shops and to better reflect the range of products through our displays in these shops. Your task this week is to work in 2 of our premier stores where we would like you to pick a shoe brand which resonates with the Kenyan youth, develop a brand promotion idea which successfully communicates to the character and nature of the brand, work in the store and develop a unique shop window display, develop an in-store activation which will excite our customers about the brand. Each team gets 30,000 Kenya shillings to achieve this task. Teams will be assessed by the senior management at Bata, and the selection criteria of this is based on 1, the clarity of brand message, the quality of the creative idea and execution, the quality of the window display, and the value of the activation. Feet Stop team leader, please step forward.
Do I think I'll enjoy working with the Feedstops more than SEAL team? Yes.
SEAL team leader, please step forward.
This is a really strong team, really creative people, hardworking, and I'm glad to work with them.
For this week's challenge, it's all about the brand. Working with Bata Shoe Company, our teams will choose 2 Bata youth brands. They will develop an in-store activation and design an exciting window display. They will be assessed on their ability to bring each brand to life. They will be judged by the management of Bata and the customers themselves.
The SEAL team hasn't met me yet, so they have no idea who's coming in as their leader. I'm so sure I'll show them what I've got and how strong I am. SEAL team.
Yes.
Are you ready for this task?
Yes, we're ready.
These are some of the things I hate. I hate lazy people. I hate people who don't work. I hate people who give excuses. And I also hate people who undermine me. So don't even think of undermining me.
When Mercy came and started with saying, I hate this, I was not expecting that at all. I think she went a bit overboard, but I'm here to see what else is coming.
We understand umekuja from an environment where everybody was a bossette. Kila mtu ndo kusema. So you using an iron fist on us. We are very patient.
At some point, I need to be controlled.
Okay, so just make sure when you're talking, give it 2 minutes. Start. I will control you, don't worry. Any other person? You know they haven't seen the last of me. So when they go up, I'll go higher than them. That is, I'll bring them down.
Over at Fitstop, John gets to grips with this team.
And kindly write whatever you've understood from what I'm going to read.
I honestly didn't like the fact that he came on board because he didn't come because of how good he was. He came because he was an underdog from the other team. So it's just extending his comfort zone to our group, which was like, again.
For the creative part, we can show the different ways someone can use the shoe. For the office look, for the casual look, for the what else look.
I'm used to precision within the shortest time with ladies. There's wordings, there's stories which are good, but sometimes not necessary.
We're going to be working with one North Star brand or a shoe type, and we're going to be working with North Star as a brand.
I'd rather we use a variety under North Star. So this is North Star, and then under North Star, let's play along with creativity. If Barbara is maybe with the plastic shoe, she's with the denim, like.
I felt the moment people started talking about denim, I was like, is denim a brand? Why am I not getting, because to me, they were talking about brand, not a particular, say, subtitle of the brand. Until I actually got everybody on that page, that's when I actually feel, you know what, we are floating together. We're moving in the same direction. But at first...
Every week at BYOB, we bring a young, successful mentor to listen and to give advice to the team on their challenge. This week, please welcome a familiar face, Michelle Talani.
I'm actually glad we had Michelle as our mentor. We had this idea of using a mascot. And then she was like, why? Why a mascot? I mean, I'm old enough, I'm mature enough, so why do I need that? And that's for kids.
Now, I'm in my 30s and I'm not sure I'd get excited by seeing a mascot.
You know what I mean? What would excite you?
I think seeing somebody who I admire, I aspire to be, or is ideally would be my colleague or friend, represent the brand. So, you know, you're talking of Eric Omondi.
I can't say we've ironed out everything. She's talked to us about having a brand ambassador. She's talked to us about not having a costume, but she really has great ideas.
Whenever you do something tactical, a tactical promotion, like buy one, get one free, buy this and get this free, 50% off, that's what you call a tactical promotion, okay? So this activation, because of your small budget, is purely tactical. So it means that it has a goal to sell and to reposition the North Star brand as a preferred brand for the youth.
And another thing she also focused was on making sure everything we do, we have to emphasize on sales. At the end of it all, our marketing should be reflected on the sales we make, which we're going to make sure we do as a team.
Good. Let's do it, guys. SEAL team.
SEAL sorted. Let's head over to Fitstop.
Michelle was amazing. She mainly focused on developing the activation, keeping in mind that it relates to sales. She was very clear on that.
Do you guys know the IDA model? Awareness, interest, desire, action. Okay? The desire is created by bundling in a free product.
I like her way of actually making us think. Yes, we already had what we wanted to brand, but she came in and asked, you know, do you feel this is it?
What are you putting on that window display? Is it just the photo of a shoe, or you're actually thinking of using someone to bring those brands to life?
Okay, for the visual, we want two people here. She was really straight to the point and precise with her questions, and united our different approaches and our tactics and strategies.
I think you guys are on the right track. Think about sales. Always, always, always do your marketing with sales in mind. Nothing is ever done just for fun. Good luck.
Thank you so much.
I come from a family of 5. I'm the firstborn. That is my mother and my siblings, my 2 siblings, my brother and my sister. However, my entire family is deceased. I grew up being segregated in a society because my parents were infected with HIV and AIDS. For a moment, I thought I would become a very sad girl, enclosed, like just hated life.
Wakati mamaka alikufa, ndio niliona ili affect yeye. Alisimama akauliza, "Mko hapa kuzika mamangu. Kweli Mungu yuko?" Nikamwambia, "Afadhali wewe grandmother yuko. God has a purpose for you. Jikaze."
With the loss of my parents, I've learned how to become a woman who goes and gets what she wants. Because you don't have your parents, you have to go to school, you have to pay rent. So I've become strong in everything I do, and I've been able to appreciate the given moment. I want to do well. I want to create an inspirational story to young girls out there, to orphans, people who are suffering or affected with HIV and AIDS. Just go out there and do what you like to do.
In order to build a successful brand, the first thing you need to do is conduct some market research. The second thing I'd say is clearly define your value proposition. So what are you selling? The third thing, of course, is try and establish an emotional connection with your customer. The fourth thing, which is very important, is having a very solid brand identity. The fifth thing, which is absolutely important as well, is you have to be consistent in your communication and in your messaging. Online, offline, on ground, everywhere.
Now it's time for the task. So the guys head to their Bata store with celebrities on their mind.
We were checking through celebrities. We had a list of celebrities when tuliona are trending throughout this year. Number 1 was Eric Omondi. Number 2 had the band because of the Uliza Kiatu song. And then there's Fena. Now Fena is a sneakerhead. If you go through her profile on Instagram with the 84.4K followers, all you see are her wearing sneakers. Huwezi muona na heels, by the way. This is the right person. Hata tuachane na watu wengine wote. Let's holler at her. Sasa basi unaweza tuambia unakuja saa ngapi? 11 itakuwa awesome sana. I'll be waiting for you.
Well, in SEAL team, here is Fena.
The photo shoot, we're having 2 different types, one for Fena and one for also for the models. And finally the one for all of them together. The one for the models is to show that the shoes can be worn by the youth, regardless whether you're students, whether you're working, or whether, basically whatever you're doing, you can wear the North Star shoes. Secondly is for Fena. Fena is the brand ambassador, so we have to capture her doing her thing in the shoes.
I think SEAL team is onto something here, and I think it will work. I mean, I'll do the best I can to support. The team itself, they're so passionate about what they're doing, so I believe that it will work.
Now over at Fitstop, let's find out who is doing what and what they're actually doing.
It's not common that every other day you see balloons on Bata shops, and then we did red and white because those are the theme colors for Bata. And most of reds because we are selling a love feeling. That's the emotional connection we are bringing alongside funky, comfy experience with the youth.
Look at it. It's a decoration in its own.
Yeah.
I'm going to make bouquets and flower ribbons. Now the bouquets will be at the entrance, and then the flower ribbons, I'm just going to dot them around. And apart from that, you're going to have the flower ribbons that are going to be incorporated pamoja, and the balloons also at the door.
We had a photographer come in, and Job took the photos of the shoes. Our idea is to basically have the shoes come together and resonate the feeling of love or an atmosphere of just excitement, youthfulness, or funky side. Another thing with that is having models in it, and the models are JFK and I, whereby we'll showcase the human experience by having human touch to the advertising platform and also have the emotions in it.
JFK and Daisy, you'd make a lovely couple. Meanwhile at SEAL team, they have set out some nice North Star displays.
So the N we made with shoes, it was supposed to be completed with words written in ribbon. Me and Kelvin, we saw it perfectly done. No, I wouldn't say perfectly done, but to us it was okay.
On the left side, this looks proper and everything, but now on the right side, when I went outside to check it out, I'm like, oh my goodness, so what is this? What have you guys done?
Honestly, it does not look good.
What do you have in mind? You don't.
Take it off.
You don't. No, you're not taking it off. I'm not going to remove that if you have no substitute for that. At least with this thing, they'll understand we're trying to say North Star.
They won't.
They'll understand.
We welcomed Mercy nicely to this group. So we asked her, if you trust us, then trust us with what we do. But at some point, I felt like sometimes you need to be a little bit flexible. Since you are a boss, you need to treat your employees well.
Now Michelle checks out Fitstop's work.
This is our window design.
Okay.
So we decided to go with the campaign #DenimLoveTheBata. So to attract the youth, we decided to use actual people, but still have a focus on the shoes. That's why we don't have them with a lot of color.
Your brief was create an exciting, attractive window display. This for me is like,
I really got discouraged because she literally never liked nothing about everything we did.
Be as creative as possible, think outside the box. Even graphics, oh my God, and you know I'm a graphic designer. I think this graphics is not up to standard.
For real?
Yes, for real. This to me is more, I don't know.
I felt like it was a little bit of her and her preference and her liking. And she said she's a graphic designer, so I was about...
I am disappointed because I thought I really guided them well. The concept is good, the execution is not.
Right now, I feel like I've exhausted. I was up with energy, and then I figured I've been running in the wrong direction. So hata nguvu inaishanga tu.
We still have tomorrow. We've not spent 70% of our budget yet, so we still have a chance to turn this around.
Now, Michelle is about to give SEAL team the Ntalami treatment.
So she comes and she tells us, do you want to hear the good news first or the bad news? She starts off with the bad news. She's like, you guys, this whole ribbons things, that needs to go.
Yeah, but this is just tacky and shady with sellotape. The first thing that hit me was the shoddy job on the left side of the store. The way they wrote North Star with ribbons, I think that was shoddy. So I was like, what is this?
Idea ilikuwa, let's pimp up the both places, you know. Hii side moja ilikuwa poa kabisa. Hii ilikuwa max tick 100. Hii ingine, negative bana. They were ribbons. Imeandikwa North. Mind you, the word star had no R. Hiyo ni kuanguka exam.
Oh, we also bought socks.
You bought?
Yeah, we bought socks. This is an offer thing. When you buy one pair of shoes.
You bought from Bata. Bata sells socks already.
We didn't buy.
I didn't like the fact that they got socks from another company, probably even like a hawker from the streets, and decided to bundle those with shoes, and Bata sells socks. You know, that is obviously a conflict of interest, so I mentioned that to them. That was wrong.
We did know Bata had socks, but to us, we were like also considering our budget. The budget was 30K and they had lots of stuff to do with it. So we were like, let's go buy something like at a cheaper price as compared to what Bata does.
She was a good mentor at a particular time because he came in at the right time when we were about to mess up things.
You're on the right track, guys. Yeah? But work on those few things.
Right away.
All right, all the best.
Thank you.
Nilikuwa natafuta rafiki atakaye kuwa wa kudumu. Nilikuwa nimekosa tumaini, kwani binadamu hubadilika kama kinyonga. Tangu nikupate Yesu, sitafuti tena. Upendo wako unanipa nguvu. Nikiwa nawe Yesu, nitaogopa nani? Nitaogopa nini? Najua hutaniacha, pawe na shida pasiwe. Wewe ni mwaminifu milele. Najua hutaniacha, pawe na shida pasiwe. Wewe ni mwaminifu milele.
Back to Fitstop and meet John and his balloons.
On day one evening, we decided let's do a 360 on the branding. So we went way ahead of time and made sure that by 2 p.m., 2:30 p.m., we were already activating.
So we tried getting professional dancers, and everybody's like, well, short notice. So I figured, you know what? We need to actually be creative. Our routine is roughly 2 minutes, 2.5 minutes at most. And no, we are not going to dance it throughout, but then we'd figured because different customers get in different times, so it is the same song, but at different, like 4 or 5 times a day.
Meanwhile, at SEAL Team,
The previous day, we all agreed during the activation, we'll have a small lounge over there where the customers can come, sit, they just talk to Fena, they get Fena's autograph. So on Wednesday, everyone was conflicting on where we place the chairs. Because Kwame was coming with ideas, the chairs should be situated this way, ifanywe hivi.
The main disagreement was about the TV. The TV was at the window as part of the window display. So we had told guys, move the TV from the window, not to the shelf, that when guys come in, the first thing they see is a TV which has the content for Fena running, the videos and the photos.
Basically, the whole challenge is revolving around that window display and in-house activation. So as we're trying to explain to him, he's not getting it. So it's really frustrating.
If I may, that's exactly the point. You're saying they're airing on the other screens, but look here. This is where our things for Nostra is, right? No, skiza. Let me just talk, yeah?
Come on, let me stop you there. Let me just stop you right there.
When I see things that I know at the end of the day is going to cost us, that's why I'm a bit hesitant to do it. But if that's what they see is best, I'll work with them so that we can save time and do what we need to do.
Now at Fitstop, who wants to be Minnie Mouse?
About the Minnie Mouse costume, I knew it was supposed to come, but I didn't know that one of us was to be the Minnie Mouse. At first I was like, okay, how do we dance in this thing? I've never been to one. Actually, I've never seen one. So getting inside that thing, my friend. Barbara is younger than I am, yeah? And I look at her as my little sister. So when she started Odi, I was just like, well, it's her time. I don't know how to Odi. It's a new thing, it's a trend, but I can't imagine myself doing it.
One thing about Barbara, she's a really interesting character. She's introverted, but at the same time, she can shock you.
I'm under a leader, definitely, and when he says stop what you're doing, do this for the purpose of attracting people to look at our display, what do? I have to go there. We have to win this.
At SEAL Team, who's supposed to be doing what?
Earlier on, Mercy had told us that 2 people should remain in the store and 2 people should be outside the store. So these 2 people were to be me and Kwame, and then these other 2 people should be Rono and Kevin Karanja.
This is the plan. You and Rono, you'll be outside.
Okay.
Kuleta watu ndani, sasa nyinyi ni kuleta customers ndani. Wakishaingia ndani, Kwame and Kelvin, they take over. Wanawe explain how things are going up and ndani. Mimi, I'll be in charge of content.
Herself, she said that she'll be running the content, which was automated by the laptop. We're asking ourselves now, which content is there to be run? Because the laptop is operating independently.
That stuff is playing. You just press play button and it runs.
Personally, when it comes to convincing someone to buy something, it's a challenge for me.
She should come out and try to learn how to convince, because this is what we've been doing. Talking to people for us is not a problem. But since you are in the group, please learn how we do things.
There is one idea that looks nice, where we have the telly behind there, and also displaying the kind of shoes that are displayed on that panel. That is a very good idea. Hoping that we can also be able to replicate that in other major stores.
The lady who served me was very warm, welcoming, with a smile. Someone who wanted to engage should ask me how I felt with the shoe. Was it comfortable? And she also gave me ideas what I would put on the shoe with.
Rono, hi.
Yes, how are you, Trisha?
You okay?
Fine, thank you, very okay.
I think you're one of the strongest, most vocal personalities on the show. So outstanding and outspoken. Why do you think it's important to speak your mind?
You become honest. You just get to be honest. Because if you are not able to speak your mind, then somebody else will not know what you think. They will not feel that you are contributing to what they are doing.
Do you think you're a good listener?
I was a very bad listener before. I can promise you that. I used to argue a lot. Like in episode 1, I almost took over as the group leader. Then I noticed, no, this one is very wrong. It shouldn't happen. Then I had to step back.
My feeling is this. I could 2-to-1 ratio. And 2-to-1 ratio means we have how many ears?
2 ears.
And we have the mouth is?
1.
Good. So that is already a sign from God saying, hear twice and see twice.
Speak once.
Speak once.
Okay, that's interesting.
You understand?
Wow.
I hope my point is home.
That is well represented. Oh, I couldn't imagine you wouldn't say that. Nice. Thank you.
So.
That's so interesting.
Jogosh political analyst here. Sasa leo kuna jamaa amepatikana na manzi yake akiproposia msichana mwingine. Jamaa aliweka mpaka billboard, lakini kitu cha maana ni kwamba hakumbuki. It happens to men wakati umeshikwa. Haukumbukangi. Huyu jamaa hakumbuki hii billboard ikiwekwa. Angalia zile hesabu huyu jamaa wetu anapiga. Hakumbuki aki kanjit kanrai. Hakumbuki angalia hakumbuki. Msichana amekuja na girlfriend. Angalia mpaka balloon. Jamaa amekamatwa kubasho. Sasa dem kitu iliuza huyu jamaa, angalia rabas zilipatikana. Rabas jamaa, angalia msichana wacha msichana ajam. Kitu kingine iliuza huyu jamaa, cheki balloons. Ate jamaa alisema kama Ronaldo ameweka ballon ndio ate wafanye harusi Bata. Ate juu after reception watakula Bata. Hiyo si ni kukosa hii. Jamaa hafikiri hapa anajaribu ile uongo itamtoa. Wacha girlfriends wachoche. Huyu jamaa kilimuumania. Magirlfriend sasa huyu dem si akaita best yake akamwambia ukitaka vizuri BYOB be your own bay. Sasa ndio anamuonyesha be your own bay. Chukuna political analyst. Nimeenda.
The task is complete. It's crunch time as we head to studio to get the verdict of the judges. Kaka, Caroline, and Trusha.
You had a good week?
Yeah.
Okay. Our mentor for this week, and I want to welcome her to the show, is Michelle. She's the founder and CEO of Marini Natural Hair Care. Welcome. Thank you. Tushar.
Let's start with fit stops. Take me through your journey.
Our product was the Bata Classic. It's a denim collection. Our strategy included incorporating the time of the month with the brand itself. So we chose the love theme to blend into the denim.
What did you call your campaign?
Our campaign was called Denim Love Na Bata.
Why did you pick denim?
We picked denim because it appeals more to the youth in terms of fashion, funkiness, and affordability.
Silting, what product or brand did you pick?
We decided to go with North Star. So first of all, we chose it because number one, it's affordable.
Okay.
It's comfortable, and it's also stylish.
Did you have a campaign name?
Yeah, we did have a campaign.
What was it?
Fena North Star Edition, because we had Fena as our brand ambassador.
JFK, I'd like to know, how did the challenge go?
Our first run was fairly well. The inclusion of the brand partner ensured that we had a different perception of what you're trying to do. So the final day of the execution was like a 360 turnaround. We had to work within the time, within the resources, and within the workforce that we had.
JFK, the concept
Yes.
was Valentine's
Mm-hmm.
and denim.
Yeah.
Did you have a brand ambassador?
No, we didn't.
Okay.
Allow me to contribute on the issue with celebrities. We came to the conclusion that, yes, we would have wanted to have an influencer with our brand, but the perception of a youth passing by our shop, seeing the influencer in the shoe, would probably have rang in their mind as this was going to be an expensive brand. So we wanted to use normal youth, people who they can relate to in an emotional way.
Team Seal, how did this thing go?
Mimi ndo nilikuwa in charge of Fena. I was supposed to look for her. Ni convince kuhusu the brand shoe. After going through her profile on Instagram, ni realize anapenda sneakers, anapenda kuvaa denim, rugged jeans, you know. Na North Star iko na pia a history behind it.
Where did you guys buy your socks from?
Exactly.
You see, exactly.
That was my question.
Huh? Socks wapi?
Answer the question.
Michelle?
That's why we have the mentor here.
I'm the one who bought the socks.
Ulinunua wapi?
No, Kamukunji. Yes.
Bata sells socks, huh?
Did you guys know Bata sells socks?
After our mentor came into...
Is when you knew.
Umeleta biashara ingine ndani ya Bata.
Okay.
Masi.
Okay.
Commentary from you?
Yeah. I just want to add on another thing, another promotional idea we had. Of course, when you think of the youth, you think social media. So we also had a social media campaign. We had a Facebook page, Be a Star with North Star. On Twitter, we had a hashtag trending. It was Fena North Star Edition. It was also trended. Yeah, it has trended quite well. And also on Instagram, it was the same hashtag.
So I'm hearing 3 hashtags: Tembea na Bata, Fena with Bata, Be a Star. There was also Be a Star. Yeah, you guys printed T-shirts.
Our main campaign name was Fena North Star Edition, considering she was our brand ambassador. Tembea na Bata, it was considering we had a small charity during our activation. So we thought we should have like a hashtag specifically for that. Be a Star was our Facebook page name.
When we're doing marketing strategies, the simplest messages
One message.
are
There needs to
often
be-
the most powerful, singular. When you think of Nike, guys, what do we say?
Just do it.
Exactly.
There you go.
Okay?
And in keeping with what Judge TK has said, I'd like to stay with what we do, and it is results time. You were evaluated on the basis of the clarity of the brand messages you were seeking to convey. 1. The quality of the creative idea and execution of the same, the quality of the window display, the value of the activation. The evaluators were a team of 8 brand specialists from Bata and 15 customers who you met on the activation. Please remember once again, the brand partner for this week, Bata, also judged you on customer service leading to sales. Tushar, you do this beautifully.
I will start with the fit stops. In your brand messaging, you were given a 9.6. On the window display, you were given a 10 by your customers. However, your brand partner gave you a 5. That gave you an average of 7.5. Because remember, you had 2 stakeholders, your brand partners and your customers. Creativity and execution, the brand partners gave you an 8. And customer service, fit stops, I think you guys were exceptional at converting all that marketing into sales. And you got a 10. SEAL team, on the brand messaging, the customers gave you an 8.5. On the window displays as well, the customers gave you a 10. But the brand partner gave you a 9, which meant your window displays were 9.5. Creativity and execution, you were given a 6 by the brand partner. And lastly, on customer service, you got a 5 there, which means in totality, SEAL team, 29 points, Fit Stops, 35 points. Congratulations, you are the winning team for this week's challenge.
Well done. I really want to thank our mentor, who is the founder and CEO of Marine Naturals Hair Care. You're looking at me like you need to say something.
Carol, I actually want to challenge these results. I don't feel they were scored fairly. This was the brief. Clarity of the brand message. Quality of the creative idea. Quality of the window display, right? Value of the activation and customer service. Now, I feel like the SEAL team got everything except customer service.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
If you look at what the Fit Stops did, guys, who was your target audience? Do you think a 33-year-old person would relate with Mickey Mouse?
Oh, you're kidding me.
They had a mascot of Mickey Mouse.
Was it Mickey?
It was Minnie.
Minnie.
Wow.
All right, because that makes a difference. Okay.
Denim collection, youth, not bubblegummers. And JFK, you called me and I told you, are you sure you want to do this?
And I
feel
said
like
yes.
they didn't hit their target audience.
What was the reason behind the mascot?
Okay, the reason behind the mascot was 1, to create a light moment to the sales, because it was really not part of the plan, but a supplementary to the plan.
How was your display? They had balloons and ribbons.
Yes, we had balloons and ribbons, which were red and white, the theme colors of One
Bata.
Love and Bata. So after we talked to the brand mentor, we had a turnaround. We used the denim instead. We changed the balloons entirely to blue. So those were the major things that we really re-strategized on.
I've heard enough, and thank you, Michelle. It doesn't change that you won. It really doesn't, okay? And I do believe the winning team gets to go GP karting. However, I do want team captain from the SEALs just step forward on the green, and I need you to pick 2 people from your team who will actually stand an eviction on tonight's show.
Calvin? Ron.
JFK, we may stand out in this challenge, but I feel like we did not deliver on so many aspects. So I'd like you to nominate 2 people.
1, I'll have Barbara. 2, I will have Malkia.
we've never ever had 5 people up for evictions. Ever. Judges, are we doing a double eviction?
I think so. Jeff K, I want to know why these two.
Okay, with Malkia, I feel there's a lot of emotion behind the business. There's a lot of energy that is going to waste in regards to achieving the major goal, and there's lack of focus. Barbara, I feel for the past few days I've known her, she's become an entirely different person when she joined us. She's more driven on a personal angle regarding to the team effort. She'd rather be safe doing a specific role than unsafe doing something that would be challenging.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with you. I want to know why these two.
I have nominated these two because number one, I feel like whatever the judges, the customers loved were basically Kwame's and Kevin's job.
So why did we lose then?
Actually, I don't even understand why we lost. We thought we did our best. I don't know. I think maybe when it comes to now the customer sales, that is how we went wrong.
How was Mercy's leadership style?
Okay, Mercy's leadership was good, but there's a point where she failed, whereby she tasked us because I was sent to Gikomba to go and make the structure and pass through Kamukunji, and then I was early in the morning I was going to pick the TV for the display at the window shop. So she said that she's going to do the content running. So the content running was automated by the laptop. So I didn't get the idea where she tasked herself to do the content, which was being done by the laptop.
We were a team from the word go up to the second day. I remember Mercy telling all of us to go out and look for the clients. I was angry, but I said no.
But remember, even my CEO has a sales team, okay?
Yes.
But thank you. You know why you've been put up for eviction. What went wrong?
I was in charge of having the music playing. I did the entire display, which again was a role given to me. We were in charge of the activation and we've won. I don't understand, but his sentiments, I will look into that later.
So Malkia, niambie.
When we were deliberating, the shoes we were actually going for was a North Star edition and not a classic. I pressed for that. I actually went to the cells to actually get them to explain to the group leader why we are doing the wrong shoes. Second of all, I was given today a budget in the morning to cram, and no, my budget I couldn't even account for. I gave my sentiments, which were right, but it was a back and forth. I had to get a third and fourth person to confirm what I'm saying so that my word is taken as true. I just don't wake up one morning and say I accounted for 30,000. If I can't account for one bob, how do you trust me enough to account for 30,000 shillings?
I hear you. Why should you stay?
I love the things I learn when I'm in this show. It's like I discover a new thing every single day, and I don't want this chance to end.
I think I should stay because I'm growing daily by daily, because the businessman I was before I came here is not the one I am today.
Why should you stay?
I'm the brains behind the team, I'm the energy behind the team, and I feel I'm not yet tired.
I've learned little, and I'm more hungry to learn more.
Malkia.
I feel I should stay on the team because I'm self-driven. I am energetic and I can actually get things done.
Okay, you'll give us a chance to deliberate. Please leave.
You heard the arguments. It's time for the judge's decision.
Grit is something we will always be looking for. That greatness that requires internal toughness. But also, we're very clear that the winner of Blaze BYOB Season 2 has to not only display grit, but definite leadership. That said, I'm going to ask Rono and Malkia to step forward. Rono, when I look through my notes, I must admit you do absolutely show grit. And that said, you're safe. You will be staying. Malkia, I look at the Matatu challenge, I look at the juice challenge, I look at today, I look at you wanting to know what shillings are you accounting for. Admirable. You're safe, you're staying. You may take your seat with your teams. King Kaka.
Mercy, step forward. The true definition of a leader is leading by example. There's a problem with communication make sure you communicate and mend broken relationships and consult. You didn't show any of that. Long story short, you're out.
Kevin Barber, step forward.
Guys, this is like the grand finale. 5 million shillings is at stake, and you have 60 seconds each to tell me if BYOB gives you 5 million shillings, if you're the winner, what are you going to do with that money and how are you going to make a difference?
I will buy 15 machines, which will employ 15 people. I will add on top 3 social media marketing people who will consume 240,000 in 6 months' time.
How are you going to make a difference?
I'm going to make a difference because I'm going to employ people, and these people have families to feed. Apart from that, I'm going to impact the youth, because a youth like me, having to gather a lot of money, will make sure another entrepreneur like me won't give up, because they have seen me grow and they've seen me being on blaze and doing what I'm doing.
Barbara, your time.
When I get the 5 million bob, I am going to, first of all, do all the registrations, those ones within my country and the ones I need to fulfill before I export my chia seeds. I'm going to look for ways in which I can make partnerships with the government so that they may make it mandatory, like they did in UK, to have this seed incorporated into our bread. Through my association with these farmers, I'm going to be able to teach them how to produce it organically. Therefore, having the ethical part of production, they are organic seeds, apart from the better part of them being nutritional. And hence I'll be creating good nutritional value for the people buying the seeds and business for myself.
We look for businesses that make a significant impact to our country. And the business that I absolutely believe in, that is going to make a difference and have a wider impact, is Barbara. You remain on the show. Calvin, I'm sorry, but we have to say goodbye. Thank you.
Malkir and Barbara, step on the white. My new teams will look as follows. Rono, Karanja, Daisy. To my right, this way. And please take your seats right there, which means JFK, Kwame, and Monica, take your seats. Malkir, you are team leader with Rono, Karanja, and Daisy. Barbara, you are team leader with JFK, Kwame, and Monica. Please join your teams. Obviously, we're going to have new team names. Fit stops and seals are officially done. Good luck and good night. Thank you very much. Brands differentiate themselves from products because they are distinct and they are known for certain values and attributes. That's why we have brands, because in a world where everything is the same and anybody can make water and anybody can make shoes, you stand out by being defined.
My eviction wasn't justified. Being a team player, everybody knows about that. I'm going to add value to my business by changing more plans, because I've learned things from the contestants themselves, because they also love businesses.
As a leader, I thought I did everything. I thought I did my best. Even, literally had no idea how I even lost.
We don't like to admit this, but leadership, and especially in this particular week's challenge, was very key, because many of us get caught up in the title and the perks of leadership. The true definition of a leader is a person who, because they are distinct, they are defined, they listen and then they speak, allows the entire team they're working with to carry out what they have envisioned and believe it was their vision to start with. And whether that message literally leads you off a cliff, takes you to war because you believe that your body can, withstand bullets, that is leadership. The fact that because you understand those you're leading so well and you listen to them, you know exactly what to say to them to get them to do what you need to get done.
Don't forget, you can join up on any of our social media channels.